right, Bob Chick continuing coverage here for MD. We're at the Dallas Expo. Who am I standing next to but Mr. USA himself, the King Snake, Steve Kuclo. What's up, buddy?
Good to see you guys again in Dallas, hometown at the Europa. MD, Bob Chick. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get better than that. Just remember that as you go through your career. Steve, now you're supposed to be on stage originally at this competition, but your plans changed slightly. Bring me back to Brazil a couple weeks ago.
Well, obviously the main goal this year is to qualify for Mr. Olympia, and getting that qualification in Brazil was the ultimate goal, but you never know, so we kind of had to set a plan B, and whether you take action or not, we decided after taking the Arnold win, we're going to shut it down to focus on Olympia. No need to do another show to qualify and to push any further. Just kind of give the body a little rest and then get ready for the O. I'm excited to be refreshed, give it a little break, and then it's full bore for Olympia.
Well, now last year was your first year at the Olympia. Obviously, your rookie appearance there. I know, obviously, by experience, the Olympic can be a little overwhelming your first time. You're kind of, half fan, half competitor. Obviously, you want to do your best, but you're taking it all in and the enormity of it. Anything from the Meet the Olympians, obviously, there was thousands and thousands of people, to a sold-out Orleans Arena at 10,000 plus. So how was your first experience, and how is that going to help you coming into this year now?
Well, I did find myself a big fan at that show. It's amazing, like you said. It's a win-win for you because whether you're first or last, it's your first Olympia. So you
can't do any wrong, really.
You can't do any wrong, and that going into that was very it took a little bit of pressure off. And to see all the guys, the stage, everything, I was like a deer in headlights sometimes. I was like, wait, I got to get on stage and do battle here. But it's this year it's a different story. I'm ready. I'm excited. Top 10's the goal. Anything above that, is icing on the cake. But we're gunning for the top. We're gunning for the top spot. So
Steve, just 1 year ago today on this stage, you earned your first IFBB title. Obviously, that puts you on the Olympia stage. This year, you added another one to your resume. That, of course, being Brazil. But it did not come without, of course, the usual conspiracy theories and naysayers and everything else, obviously, that we love about bodybuilding. And, of course, the fans are very outspoken, and we encourage that. But take me out to Brazil. I mean, obviously, you won the show. Was there any buzz there at the time of, geez, people had Bayeki winning, or they had him in second, nobody had him in fourth? But talk to me a little bit about what you heard actually in Brazil.
Well, after prejudging, it was everybody that was there. I mean, it was a pretty clear. It wasn't like a shock. The top when they called the top 5 guys out. Everybody was kind of like, okay. Everybody put in work, and nobody. To me, everybody knew that you still had to bring it to the night show, the finals. I mean, it was going to be a 2-part judge show.
50% of the score going to the final.
100%. So you knew you had to bring the same or better package to that a few hours later because it's within about a 4-hour window of the show. So we ended up we improved a little bit going into the finals, which was bettered for me. But after prejudging, I had guys come up to me and be like, congratulations. Like Juan and John, everybody's like, you got this. And I'm not one to be like, let my belt loose and be like, I got this. Until that trophy's in my hand, I'm pushing on, And so Honey and I put together a good game plan. We ate a little bit, relaxed between shows, and it worked out good. After, at the night show when they started announcing, the placings, people were a little bit kind of wondering about Bayeki's placing. There was a little bit like, huh? But
well, let me get your perspective though, because you were on stage. Yeah. You hear Bayeki's name in fourth. Did it shock you? Like, were you expecting him to be higher, or did you think, that's probably about where he is?
Bayeki's got an incredible physique. When you see it, you start picking things apart. I guess you can get some weak points. And as a judge, when you're sitting there and you're in that lighting and that close, it's different than what you see in pictures. So seeing it and knowing how John and Juan's conditioning were, and then I brought one of my best conditionings to date, I knew that the conditioning was going to win at this show over just a freaky size or incredible, body parts. So that's what ended up placing above Lionel.
Well, obviously, a great finish by John and Juan, obviously in third and second, respectfully. But you came out in the winner's circle, Steve, and the only opinions that count really there are those 7 guys in front of you who actually have a vote in the contest. So congratulations again to you for that. Again, onward and upward. I think a smart move here, bypassing this show. Not that you don't want to defend your title, but I think you've got a shot at that top 10 at the Olympia this year.
That's the goal. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to work my butt off and do what it takes to get there. And and following the fellow Mr. USA's footsteps.
Yeah, well, there's worse things to do, but unfortunately, I took the microphone instead of the thing. So you actually, I can live vicariously through you on that stage, Steve.
I like that.
I think that would be good, bro. But you know what? Top 10's nothing to laugh at, man. You got, you're talking the top 10 bodies in the world on stage at that Olympian. It's wide open this year. Jay Cutler, as we know, not in contention, and a few guys obviously still that got to qualify for the competition. One being Branch Warren, who is in the lead, in my opinion. Here, we're going to see the finals tonight. We're going to see how that unfolds. But there's still a handful of guys that have to qualify. Cedric, Victor, Ruli Winkler. So I mean, there's only so many shows and a few more guys out there. So it's going to be a loaded up lineup and an extra bit of excitement. Steve, the 50th annual anniversary of the Mr. Olympia competition, of Joe Weider's Mr. Olympia this year in Vegas.
It's going to be an honor to be on that stage with those guys, and it's going to be great. Branch told me this last year. He goes, first one, you're there as a fan. Second one, it's like, I want that title. So, we're going to be bringing it this year.
All right, you heard it from the King Snake himself, Steve Kuclo, here in Dallas, getting ready for his second Olympia coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see Steve on the Olympia stage.